Hello and welcome to another episode. Today I'll be talking about sustainability, recycling, detachable components, but still creativity, uniqueness, and personality as it relates to wedding dresses. So we know that a lot of money is being spent or has been spent on wedding gowns, and that's because brides want to look their absolute best for their absolute best days, right? They want to look, they want to feel, they want to dress like a princess. And usually what that comes down to is the fact that a lot of money is spent on a clothing item that would never be worn again, except they give it to somebody. But people don't even want to wear dresses that belongs to somebody they know on their own wedding day, so they are not talked about or whatever. And then there's some people that actually do rent. So this idea is going to be a cross between that, but it's not necessarily straight up renting, and it's not necessarily straight up um detaching, like the inability for you to personalize the wedding dress even though you're renting it and you're not going to be keeping it forever. So I'll just go straight into the idea. So the idea here is to start a wedding dress brand that focuses on designing and producing detachable wedding dresses. So the product here is detachable wedding dresses. And how is this going to work, or why is it this way? So the idea why it should be detachable, like there should be detachable elements of this wedding dress brand, so that when a bride wears the first design, right, the initial design, and then is done with it and sends it back to you, it was personalized for, like, it had the qualities they wanted in the gown. But now once it's sent back, another bride can also come to you and ask you to design something, but you'll be using the same gown that the initial or the first bride used. But because the parts are detachable, you just, if the second bride, let's say the first bride is A and then the second bride is B, if B wants to actually customize it and like make it hers, like make the gown look like her, or give off her own personality, or have component that she wants, that was not in the original design which A wore, it will be easy. So she probably just tells you, okay, I don't like this hand. So you know that the hand part is detachable. So you detach it and reattach the type of hand that A wants to fit the design, of course. So you can't have, if she wants it anyway, it's fine, but you can't really have things that are looking off. So is detached and attached around the design, right? So you can create multiple detachable pieces, like original pieces, right? Source pieces that brides can now mix and match the detachable parts that you as a designer can now put together in a way that will look very presentable and very lovely, right? And then once they're done, they send it back, and that's how the process continues. I explained this clear enough. So that's why it's detachable, right? So it's still to give everybody their own feel, their own touch. But now raw materials are not being wasted. You don't have wedding gowns that you just buy and you spend a lot of money on and you never wear again. Now somebody else will be able to wear it and feel like it's theirs, right? And once they're done, they send it back. Another person takes that same wedding gown or any of the other source pieces, right? And mix and match both new and old. By old I don't mean shabby, like old designs or new designs or new upgrades or something. They can pair it together. It's just going to be one once, right? It's not heavy use, right? And you should generally make the items very durable. So let me not spend too long on explaining that. I just want to re-emphasize why it's detachable, right? That's where the sustainability can come from, and that's where people can still put a bit of themselves into the process or into the consumable without being wasteful, right? So the idea is that is this wedding gown to just make the process theirs, make it unique, and allow the bride to own it, even though it's sort of rentals and also sort of recycling, right? But to make it special, right? The wedding gown, the detachable wedding gown product should be delivered in a special box, right? And the whole idea of this box is that you're putting in things into this box that will make this even a more memorable experience. So this is the idea for what should be in the box. So the box should contain a miniature version of the particular form that the wedding gown takes each time. So if this is the first use of a source wedding gown, right, there should be a miniature form created, like a toy form, something that you can have and hold and see what it look like. So like a mannequin version of the wedding gown, like a version that a toy mannequin can wear or a Barbie doll can wear of this exact same design, how the wedding gown looks at every time it's being delivered, right? Whatever adjustments have been made, whatever part has been detached for each bride, right? How her wedding gown looks like from your brand after attaching or reattaching or using it as a source wedding gown, right? You create that miniature version for her so that she has it as a keepsake and she knows what her wedding gown looks like. Like it's a memento. It's something that she can look back on and say, okay, this is my wedding gown, right? And keep it for herself. And then also in this box there should also be a video or a picture memento slash catalog of all the previous forms of that this wedding gown this particular wedding gown has taken up until the latest one. So let's say for instance the bride that is receiving the box now is the 10th bride, right, to attach and reattach all the pieces that were attached or detached to make that were detached, right, and reattached to make the gown you're giving the 10th person, right? There should be a video. You already have catalogs and you have pictures of the brides or whatever that had previously customized each of those source recyclable wedding gowns, right? So you should have a video or a picture catalog where she can take a look of all the various personalities the gown she's receiving has gotten up until her own time, right? So this is just a cute and nice way of preserving the memory, because if you want to why would people say they want to get their own wedding gown, right? At least they see how they can look on it and say, oh, this was what my wedding gown looks like. But now all this eliminates waste. You don't actually have to go and buy a new wedding gown, spend a lot of money on it just so you can keep it and say, oh, this is what my wedding gown looks like. But now with this business idea, you'll be able to give them a miniature version of their wedding gown. You also be able to give them a video or a picture documents or media of what all the personalities the gown has become up until this point. So yeah, that's something you can do to just make the experience more memorable. So further into the idea to explain better, so brides can customize their gowns by either adding or removing detachable pieces from the gown they want. So they select either a brand new gown or an already used in a design part for this purpose. So the result is that brides will always wear limited edition designs. That's one of every design, as no two gowns are the same, even though the source materials or parts of it have been used by previous brides. So, but still, in doing so, they'll be doing it in an affordable and sustainable way. So there should be a miniature design collection of all the gown designs ever made, which could be a museum, vintage, something to look back, or tourists can actually come to your business and actually tour and see. Like this can last through generations, and you see different gowns, but you can't actually find the one gown after that bride is done using it, because the next bride is going to customize it as she wants. So all this is just to create a memory. So those miniature versions, you as well as a business, you can also keep them as a wall of fame for all the designs that brides have ever customized through your business, right? So it can be kept in a museum. It can even be auctioned at some point, right? All the miniature versions for a price. So that's just the idea. I hope you get the idea that this is just an idea for recyclable wedding dresses that still keeps their personality and has character, is still unique, but cuts out waste, cuts out intense capital. It might still be capital intensive, right? But it cuts out waste. It's more sustainable, right? And raw materials, at least for the business, it shouldn't still be capital intensive actually, because you have a lot of the same raw materials still in circulation, because no bride gets to keep the gown. They use, they customize, they use, and they send it back to you. All they have to remember is videos from their wedding or the miniature version that you sent to them, along with video catalogs of previous brides. So with that, I say let there be lights, and I'll be right back.